Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Monaye Moyes, star of the Great American Family, A Royal Christmas Ballet. And join us as we delve into Monet insights into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being with us, Monet.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here and talk about any Christmas films because they're just so fun.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for me. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in A Royal Christmas Ballet?
Sure. So I play the character of Jane in A Royal Christmas Ballet, and Jane is the best friend of our lead, who's played by Brittany Underwood, who's amazing. And I had a lot of fun playing Jane, even in the audition, because I felt like she's the wing woman and she just wants to see her best friend get the prince. And so I love her because she's kind of like the comedic relief and a little quirky. But I love it because she's just there to support her best friend and just try and see everyone happy and see the ballet be a success.
Great. And what initially attracted you to your role in this movie?
So when I got it for the audition from my agent, I saw that first it was a Christmas film, and I love Christmas films.
Mhm.
Every year, my mom and I will watch the Christmas films on Hallmark or Great American Family, and it was actually like it's one of my dreams to be in one of those Christmas films. And so I got it, and I was super excited. I even like called my mom, and I was like, I got an audition for this Christmas film. Like, I hope I get it. And I loved that, like that she was the best friend, and so I knew she would be supporting the lead. But I also knew, like, I mean, as a woman and having my own best friends and my sisters, like having those relationships are so important, and some of the best relationships I can ever wish for. And so I just felt like, oh, she's just such a sweet character, and I just was like super excited to play just a nice, sweet character, and be in a Christmas film. And then I also saw that she worked at dance school, and I love to dance, and I was like, oh, this just seems like lots of things that I love, and I just thought it would be super fun to play.
Amazing. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
Yeah, I think it's just a really sweet film because it shows it- there's lots of things that go into it. One thing being that it has a lot of ballerinas in the film. So we filmed in Buffalo, New York, and we worked with the ballet school, a local ballet school there. And so they were like young women, teenagers of all ages who were training to be ballerinas. And so I think it was so special because they were so excited to be there. And they trained so hard day in and day out. And they were so excited to be on camera. And like it was just so cute to hear them giggling backstage before the big performance. And they're just so talented. Like I could never do what they do. And they're so young. And so I think that's also really special because we have real dancers, local dancers, who are young and like full of dreams. And they got to, and this was, I talked to some of them after, and they said too, this was a dream come true for them because they got to perform on a big, beautiful theater there in New York and on camera. And now they can share that movie with their family and friends. And so I think for me, that was the most special of it. But also, it has the main storyline too of our leads falling in love and learning to also for our lead, played by Brittany, who learns to like be confident in herself as well, um and to like perform her dream role as well. And so I think that's just important. It's about following your dreams um and yeah, and falling in love, which I mean, who doesn't like that as well, sprinkled in their Christmas films.
Yeah, life goes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Oh, it was so much fun. This was my first film I booked out of state. So I felt like a real actress leaving California and flying to New York. And so I was really nervous. But Jonathan and Brittany and Danielle, who plays Medea, and Julie, who plays Madeline, who owns the studios, everyone was just so sweet. And I really appreciate Jonathan and Brittany because as our leads, they really made us feel comfortable and were just so helpful, especially because I was nervous. So yes, they were just so sweet and always looking out for us. And the crew, everyone was great. Fred, our director, our art department, led by Jamie, everyone was just so sweet, and it was just really fun. And as well, having like we had some LA cast and crew there, and then we also had some New York locals as well. Mac, one of our producers, and he was so great. Like he would drive me and my friend Julie around and tell us like all the cool places to go in Buffalo, and yeah, I was just really lucky to have that experience because going in somewhere like that, you can feel like the first day of school, like the new kid, and you don't know anyone. And you're like, am I gonna have a friend? Like, am I gonna be lonely? Especially because we filmed over Valentine's Day weekend, and so it was cute because me, Danielle, and Julie, we went out on Valentine's Day together and did like a Valentine's dinner and everything. So it was super fun. It was like honestly, one of the best times of my life. So I'm really grateful for that experience.
Amazing. So, can you tease a little bit about your character journey in this movie?
Yeah, so Jane, she is without giving away too much. Yeah, she's just a blast. She just loves to have fun. She loves ballet, she loves dance, and she loves her best friend and the company. And so she's willing to do whatever it takes to help the company succeed in putting on their first Christmas ballet showcase, but also doing the best she can to help her best friend score prints.
Great.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming this movie?
I think my favorite was the probably the finale, which is when we filmed in the Riviera Theater in New York, and it was a beautiful old theater. And so I was backstage with Jonathan, and we were waiting as the ballerinas, the young women were performing, and so like standing in the sidelines and watching them perform, it was absolutely beautiful. And then, like I said, like to see how excited they were and like all giggly to be on camera, and they just all look so beautiful in their pretty little costumes. So I think that was my favorite because it was just like pure joy to witness. And yeah, I felt like, oh, this it felt like Christmas, even though it was February. It felt like Christmas.
Amazing. So, change of movie. 2 weeks ago, premiered another movie. You are on the lead. You watch out on Lifetime Movie Network. Can you tell us a little bit about your character in this movie?
Yeah, that one was also super fun to film. We filmed that in September in Alabama, which is crazy. It came out so fast.
Yeah.
But that was also an absolute blast to film, especially because it was my first lead role. And so it was great to have that background as a supporting actress and then come in as a lead. And that one was really exciting to film because it filmed almost entirely in the Birmingham International Airport, which was an absolute beautiful airport. And like everyone there who works there is so nice. And we had to go through TSA clearance and all these steps to get approval because we were filming on the secure side. So it was crazy. And we also had to, all of them were overnight shoots because the whole film takes place in a day. And so we had to film all nights on the secure side. So it was really cool, like spending so much time in that airport. And I think it was so funny because since it was September, we had Christmas trees. And so some people sometimes like we would have it blocked off the terminal we were filming in, but you would see other flights disembark and it'd be 3 a.m. and they're all tired getting off their flight and they're all confused because there's Christmas trees and like Christmas decorations everywhere. But yeah, it was an absolute blast as well.
Amazing. And what initially attracted you to your role in this movie?
Oh, yeah, Aubrey. So I loved it because I just thought it was such an interesting concept because I don't I don't really see too many Christmas thrillers. I mostly watch Christmas rom-coms and so I was like, oh, it was a super cool concept to have the whole film take place in the span of a night and it be a thriller and like have this character of Aubrey really be under pressure of like trying to figure out what happened and so I love this added energy of her trying to solve a mystery at the same time of her trying to get home to her own family and loved ones. And I also loved that Aubrey had a lot of personal growth as well because she had to confront her own trauma with her past and in like confronting that trauma, she helps heal throughout the span of the movie. And I love that because who doesn't love like a bad woman? Not like a bad woman, a good girl, but like like I can't say the word, but like a bad B woman. Like she's badass. I don't know if I can say that, but she's super cool. I
Yeah.
love it. She's cool. I wish I could be more like Aubrey.
And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
Yeah, I think quite a few reasons. One thing that particularly comes to mind is I don't want to give away spoilers, but we have some moments of ASL, American Sign Language, in the film, which I think is really important because I feel really connected to that because I'm hard of hearing. I wear hearing aids, but you can't see because my hair's long. And I also loved that our director Peter, who's so sweet, he as well wears hearing aids, and so he has these characters in there, and I just think it was a really special moment when they do sign to each other because it's something you don't really see in films today, and I think it does need to become more normalized. So that for me was really impactful and felt really personal to me. And also just it's just like a fun Christmas thriller, it keeps you on the edge of your seat and you're constantly wondering like what's gonna happen. And you have all these characters. It kind of feels like an Agatha Christie, like a whodunit. And so I think that's always fun. All that with the beautiful airport and like Christmas landscape. And so yeah, I just think it's a lot of fun and it also just felt really special too because for me personally, just playing the lead, I felt like it was a lot of responsibility. And so I was just really honored and so grateful that Peter, our director, and Lifetime and everyone, they had that faith in me. And I was like, I can't let them down. And I'm really proud of the work that came out. I watched it with my family, and yeah, it was just super exciting to see it all. And yeah, I'm just so honored, and hopefully more to come. But yeah, it was a blast, dream come true.
And what was it like working with the cast and crew on set?
Oh yeah, again, I'm so lucky. Everyone's been so kind. A lot of the cast were some of the cast were flown in from LA. So that's great because I have some new friends in LA, but some of them were more local to the Southeast. So quite a few of them were based in Atlanta. So now I have some friends in Atlanta, which is cool. But it was super fun, especially because overnight shoots, it kind of throws your body in for a loop because you're sleeping all day and you're staying up overnight. So sometimes you can get like a little loopy and caffeinated, and so you just kind of like sometimes you get a little delirious. But it's so fun, and like I really bonded with our hair and makeup team as well, Andrea and Lauren, and they're so kind. And so it was just a lot of fun hanging out with them and Michael who plays the character Finn. He's just such a talented actor, and like I was constantly in awe of him during scenes, and I felt like we had really good chemistry as well. And then it's just fun because you play these really intense scenes sometimes, and then as soon as you call cut, you like can goof around and you're like, you're talking to them who they really are. And so now I feel like I have some really good friends for life down south, and so I'm excited to go visit them, hopefully in the new year.
Amazing. So, and what can you tease about Aubrey's journey?
Let's see. Aubrey, let's say she has a lot of growth and that everything's not as it seems in the airport. And so when you're watching, just keep an eye out and try and see if you can solve the mystery before Aubrey does. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the last question about this movie. What was your favorite scene or moment while filming it?
Ooh, I think my favorites were the stunt scenes because I haven't really filmed stunt scenes before, and so that was a blast. Without giving away spoilers of who I was filming stunts with, but it was so much fun because we had an great both when we filmed, we had to do some pickup shoots in LA and in Alabama. Our stunt coordinators were phenomenal, and it was just so fun to practice those drills over and over again. And there's also a scene where me and the actress name is Sophie, and she plays the young girl in the film, and we had to pull we were like filming within the like Hudson newspaper, like the little gift shops in the airport, and we had to pull the gate shut before our before the villain comes. And I don't know why, but pulling the gate shut was so fun. It felt like your adrenaline was rushing, like running and then pulling the gate and then running to hide and like trying to protect her. It kind of felt like a superhero moment. And so that was so fun. I've never had that, my adrenaline rush like that before, where you actually feel like you're that much in the moment. And yeah, it was an absolute blast. I'd love to do more stunts because that was really fun.
Amazing. So, change of subject, talking about two past projects of yours. I would love to ask you about your role in Wallbanger. As a
Mhm.
survival here at Survival Shows, we are great fans of Passion Flicks.
Oh,
Uh,
Passion Flicks, yeah. Yeah, I love Passion Flicks. Yeah, Tosca Musk is amazing. I was so excited to find out I booked that role. And it was a fairly small part, but it was so much fun to film. That one was it was a lot of voiceover, and it was so fun because my character Lizzie, first off, she's British, so I had to do a British accent, which was always fun. British people, please don't come at me. I try my best. But that was so much fun because the film itself was it was just like a fun, enemies to lovers, and that's my favorite. I love those kind of books and steamy movies and books like that. But
yeah.
um it was so much fun because I worked in San Francisco for that, so that was fun. We filmed it around I think it was just after Thanksgiving. And so San Francisco was all decorated for Christmas. And even though it wasn't a Christmas film, but the background of San Francisco was Christmas. And that was fun to be on set with Tosca and to meet our leads as well. I unfortunately didn't get to meet our leading male, but I'm blanking on names right now. I'm so sorry. Our leading lady, she was so nice. I'm blanking on her name. I feel so bad, but she was so sweet, and she knew I was nervous because it was like a really big feature, and she really talked to me in the trailer and was like, "Don't worry, you're going to do great." And yeah, that one was fun because a lot of it was voiceover through the wall since I play his one of his conquests, I guess, like one of the ladies he brings back. And so it was a lot of like crazy screaming and crazy noises and a lot of improv with Tosca. And so that was fun to film. I had to close my eyes though, so I didn't get embarrassed of everybody watching me.
Amazing. So, another big movie you can star is Woman of the Hour of Netflix.
Oh yeah, that one was really cool. Actually, for one of the hour, I worked behind the scenes for that. I was a camera PA, which was
Ooh.
super cool. Yeah, my friend, they filmed most of Woman of the Hour in Canada, but they filmed some of it in LA, all those really cool desert shots. And my friend, Jenny, she's a second AC, and they needed some help on set. And I love Anna Kendrick, and I love true crime, and this just sounded so cool. And she was like, "Oh, do you want to come help out on set as a PA?" And so I came on and I helped. I filmed mostly in Lancaster, which is the desert area of California, and it was just such a cool experience because it was fun to be on that side of the camera behind the scenes to like watch the actors work because and then watch also Anna direct in her first directorial debut. So it was just such an honor to do that. And the DP as well, Zach Cooperstein, he DP'd Barbarian and he DP'd a lot of films that I love. And so it was just super cool. I was like fangirling behind camera, but also making sure I do my work at the same time. That was just it was really amazing experience, and to see how they brought to life this crazy true crime story, but brought it onto the screen. And I think also Anna did a really good job doing justice for the female victims, and not so much showcasing the male killer, but trying to do justice to the females that he hurt. So yeah, that was a really fun film.
Great. And I'm curious for our follower. I know they are curious too. Um, can can you tell us what was your job as a PA in this movie?
Oh yeah, so I helped out the camera department. So we had our DP Zach, and then we had our first AC Tara, our second AC Jenny. So basically, any camera needs they had, I would help with. So like if they needed a lens change, or if they needed to just a lot of times as a PA, it was like a lot of moving stuff. So I'm just there to be hands and to help people. And so it'd be moving, especially because like we were filming in the desert, so it was a lot of hills. And so I have so much respect for camera department and all departments because it is a lot of work to carry all that heavy stuff on location. And so we'd be like, I'd help carry these huge, heavy boxes of camera equipment up a steep hill. And then we'd look at the shot, we'd get the shot and like, okay, now I have to take them all the way back down. And so it was a lot of like lifting and just helping support the camera team any way I can. But it was fun. I learned a lot about camera.
Amazing. So, change of subject again. This is a question I ask to all the artists I have the pleasure to talk with. What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career and why for you?
Um, oh my gosh. I think I still feel like I'm starting out in my career. So I know I haven't done that much yet, and hopefully I will in the future. But I feel like I learn a lot from every project I'm on. But honestly, I think the last two Christmas films, I really think the Royal Christmas Ballet and You Better Watch Out were some of the most memorable experiences for me, because uh because the cast and crew were just so amazing, and I think that just makes the whole film and the whole process. Um, and I, yeah, I think I really connected with both those roles a lot on a personal level, and so I guess that's why it made it really special to me. Um, and yeah, I think those two films, and I've learned a lot on you learn a lot on every set you go on, obviously, and every, you meet a lot of people, but I really think those two, and I think it was because it was the most responsibility, quote unquote, that I've had on a set,
Yeah,
that I feel like, oh, okay, I really had to grow as an actor and like think on your feet fast and just adjust quickly. Yeah, so I think those two, which just conveniently, happened to be out this month, but truly, those are the most, I think, memorable experiences.
amazing. So, a quick question. At Survival Shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms. What is your all-time favorite?
Oh gosh, I love The Holiday.
Yeah,
The Holiday is top tier. I think I watched it like three times already. Jude Law and Kate Winslet, Jack Black. I think that's my favorite. It's my mom and my sister's favorite. Every year we watch it. I just think it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and I love it so much.
I agree. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so, the last question. Can you tease something about your next projects?
Yeah, so I've been auditioning a lot, so hopefully I have some new stuff coming in the new year. Hopefully that also involves traveling somewhere else to film. Fingers crossed. I hope so. Yeah, and I'm also I direct and wrote a short, so I'll be going to film festivals for that in the new year, and hopefully also working on writing my own Christmas rom-com film. So really fingers crossed for that because I'd love to bring that to life someday.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to that. All the Christmas rom-com are my welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't love them?
Yeah, exactly. Make sure, all of you, to catch A Royal Christmas Ballet on Great American Family this Sunday night. And thank
Yes.
you, Monet, to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Desiree, and thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, I hope you all have like a very happy holidays and a wonderful new year.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching. Bye.